You know what keeps me from doing stuff? This might seem dumb to some people. I gotta put my shoes back on. Hi everybody, my name is Rosalie. Welcome back to my channel, back to Chubby. I've shot in all of the places in my office trying to find the best lighting. These colors aren't. This was the first place I was like, nah, and then I went everywhere else, and now I'm back here because this is the best. So I've mentioned before that I don't usually like to take breaks when I'm working, but I got in today about 2.5 hours earlier than I normally do. Because I got up 2.5 hours earlier than I normally do, and I don't know if you can hear it, but I'm kind of congested. I'm not feeling real great. I feel like I've got some brain fog. You know what I mean? Like when you're sick and it feels like there's just pressure on your brain from your sinuses. You can't think very clearly. That's how I feel right now. So I've gotten a lot done today, but I've felt like for the last 30 minutes or so I just can't concentrate. So I decided I'd go ahead and just take a break. I don't usually while I'm at work. I don't like to, but I think I need to. I'm so brain foggy that I'm just sort of sitting here spacing out. I got a lot done today. I think I already said that. Made all these flyers. I've mentioned the Visiting Writer series here multiple times, and I really like doing it. And one of my favorite parts and my least favorite part is making the flyers. I like doing them. But sometimes I'll just sort of feel like creatively tapped, or if I don't know very much about the person's work, then I'm not sure what to do about it, or how to set it up, you know. And sometimes I'm kind of a perfectionist, so I'll sit there for 20 minutes just like moving something from like center to left, or like slightly off center, seeing how this looks, and then this looks, and then this looks. So sometimes they take me a lot longer than I feel they should, but I like doing them overall. And sometimes they come out pretty cool. Like this one, obviously there's two. Like there's a little version and there's a big version. So the big versions go up on like the poster routes around campus and the bulletin boards and stuff. And these little ones have like the information on the back, and they go in people's boxes. Like this author, Louise Krug, writes a lot of memoir stuff. Over a decade ago now, she found out she had a brain bleed, and then she had to undergo some brain surgeries. And it affected the way she talks and the way she walks, and one side of her face doesn't smile, things like that. So she wrote a whole bunch of stuff about her experiences with that. So this is sort of themed about that, right? I think it turned out okay. But then sometimes it ends up like this one behind me, which right now is just like a hot, sweaty piece of garbage. And I just... like sometimes the design looks cool, but then you have to like shoehorn in a picture. Or sometimes you've got all of the information, but trying to get that to fit into a design is just kind of like... that's what's happening here, is there's a lot of information. I'm trying to simplify it and make it look nice, but also interesting. And right now, it doesn't... I just needed a break. And then I was really mad, because we've got a printer here that takes forever. Like if you print in black and white, or if you're printing off like a Word document or something, boom, print it out, great. Scans great, does color copies, works great. Prints really high res, but if you print out a picture, it takes like 3 minutes, and then it'll spit out the picture. And so if you've chosen to print like 10 copies of the same picture, it'll print one, and then it loads for another 3 minutes or so, and it'll print one, and then it loads for another 3 minutes, and then it'll print one. So printing 10 pictures takes about 30 minutes. That's not an exaggeration. And for some reason, if you print a PDF that's like pretty high res or has a lot of images in it, it takes even longer, like 5 or 6 minutes. So then when I've got these little like things that go in people's boxes, there will be a front and a back, and it's easiest to print 4 per page rather than like making the front and back a PDF and combining them into one document and just printing it off front and back. So you would think it would be like front, back, printed, front, back, printed. That's not how it works. That would easily take an hour and a half to 2 hours to print 10 pages, which would give me 40 of these little things, right? So I found that the faster way is to print the front side as a JPEG or a PNG or whatever, print an image on the front side and then reload it into the tray and print the back side. It just goes way faster. I don't know what's with the printer or why it does that. Like, IT's looked at it, it's just picky. That's fine. That's normally fine. I know this is way more than you guys needed to know, but normally that's fine. But me, being all thinking I'm so smart, last night I printed 15 pages of 4. So that would have taken about 45 minutes to print. So I set it to print, left for the night, and then this morning I came back, got them off the printer, woo, all done, went ahead and cut them up. And then I remembered that I set it to print the front last night, so when I come in the morning I can just print the back. So there's no back on these. On all 60 of these, there's no back. I had to print it again. It'd take like an hour and a half. It was a rookie mistake, because normally, like, when I print the small versions, there's like the design on the front, and then the back has like an author photo and a bio and stuff, or like who sponsored it, or that it's free and open to the public, that kind of stuff. I'm just grumpy. And I can also use the scan feature on the printer. Like, if I use the printer as a copy machine, it goes a lot faster, but the quality is way, way lower. So if I print an image, it looks great. If I scan and copy and print the image that way, it comes out all sort of weird and grainy. It doesn't matter how much I changed the resolution, I've changed the darkness, it just doesn't matter. It doesn't look good. And if the whole point is that I'm making things for people to look at, and I've already spent hours making it look nice, then it should at least print nice. Right? I also came in today not expecting to see anybody. Like, I'm feeling kind of sick. I really didn't want to come in, but I don't usually call in unless I'm like dying. I think I got that from my mom. I did not get going to the doctor for my mom though, because if my mom felt like she was dying, she'd go to the doctor, and I don't want to do that. So I didn't plan on seeing anybody when I came in today. I only had one meeting scheduled, and it was someone who I know doesn't care how I'm dressed. So I planned to come in early, get a lot of work done, have that meeting, and then go home early. And then by 8:30 I got a call from someone upstairs that wanted me to come downstairs with them because there's an issue with a contract and paying an author. And so then we were going downstairs to talk to the university's accountant, who's in charge of a pretty big like business office here. And then I needed to get a file to the dean's secretary. Then I needed to run upstairs and put things in people's boxes, and I saw like the chair. Today hasn't been my day. I am not dressed professionally. I have on mascara because I threw it on when I found out I was gonna go meet with someone this morning. These pants aren't like technically sweatpants, but they aren't work pants, if you know what I mean. I'm wearing flip-flops and a sports bra. My hair needs to be washed. Listen, this video is about meal prep. We meal prepped this weekend, and by meal prepped I mean we got a bunch of meat and vegetables and we threw them on the smoker. Like, listen, I had 1 week in the bag, back on track, doing things right. This weekend, I did not want to do it. I just didn't. I don't feel good, not in the mood, super whiny, super lazy. I just didn't want to do it. And Josh was like, well, it's supposed to be kind of nice. I was thinking of grilling something. I was like, yes, let's do that. Let's grill everything. So, I mean, I'll show you the prep, but it's really minimal. Anyway, the first thing I did was go ahead and throw our leftover vegetables from last week into a pan, and then threw in some more vegetables that we got this week just to round it out. We also got some green beans, so I spent like 15 minutes just sort of snapping off the ends, and like another 30 minutes just peeling garlic. And then I just used a press and squeezed that over everything, put some butter on stuff. I was pretty much ready to go. I didn't do anything else to them, just some butter and some garlic. And while I was doing that, Josh took some potatoes outside and threw them on. And then finally, in addition to potatoes and vegetables, we had some pork chops, which I just put some sea salt and pepper on. And then we had some quartered chickens, so like some chicken breasts and like on bone chicken stuff, and we injected that with this marinade stuff that Josh has made from a book my dad gave him. So we threw all that on the smoker. We had to put the meat and the potatoes on first, and the vegetables didn't go on for as long, so they went on last. And the chicken turned out great. We might have left the pork chops on a little bit too long, and the vegetables turned out great, and the potatoes turned out great. And all I had to do was like peel garlic for 30 minutes, which I'm all about. Not all about peeling garlic, I mean only having to do stuff for 30 minutes. Listen. Okay. Listen. I've been talking for like 20 minutes. It's plenty break. You know what? I've been here since right before 7 o'clock. And it's like 4:15, so I might just go home. I am just gonna go home and edit this. Knowing me, I'll probably sit at my desk and edit it and then find something else I need to do before I leave. You know what keeps me from doing stuff? This might seem dumb to some people and kind of anal retentive. Like right now, my desk doesn't look too bad. It looks pretty, you know, just been doing stuff. It's a normal day. Every night before I go home, I clean up my desk. And it keeps me from doing more before I leave, because I just keep finding things I need to get done. Like this pile over here under my phone is my to-do stack right now. So you know what? In order to make sure I actually go home, and for when I inevitably don't have time or forget to film a video, just so I have something else to throw up, I'm gonna film a get ready to go home with me video. Why not? Like, I've seen get ready to go videos, or like get ready with me videos, but I've never seen like a let's get out of here kind of videos. So I'm gonna clean this up real quick. For this video though, just to remind you guys, you can find me on social media with the username BackToChubby, all one word. In the description box below, there's a link to BetterHelp, which is a mobile counseling service I use, especially on days like today when it's all sort of gloomy, which always goes one of two ways for me. Either I am just feel good and relaxed and calm, or I just feel really grumpy and kind of down. Sometimes I think I feel more grumpy and kind of down when I just can't like be at home on the couch enjoying this kind of day. So that's why I'm gonna go. Anyway, I hope wherever you guys are, you're safe and happy and healthy. Remember to just keep trying the best you can, and I will see you Friday. Bye. Oh, don't end the video. Right.